Alrighty, Roo, what is going on, everybody? My name's Blitzwinger, and ladies and gents, welcome on back to a brand new Blitz News update. And today we're going to be discussing the official images for Series 17 of the LEGO minifigures lineup. It is sort of crazy to think that we are already up to Series 17. The LEGO Collectible Minifigure Series number 17 is going to be released, or at least set to be released on May 1st, but of course, just like usually, I'm sure that some stores will put them out a bit early, which means that you're probably going to start seeing people getting these things within the next few days, like within the next week or so, because usually it's about 3 weeks to sometimes even a month prior to their actual release. Some people manage to get their hands on these minifigs. Now, with that in mind, of course, we have seen the image of the entire lineup, or most of the lineup, for quite a while now. I mean, it's been a few months, but now we have official images, which is pretty exciting, because we have an actual understanding of what the series will be. Now, the other thing that's quite exciting about the series is that there's going to be an exclusive minifigure, or I guess they're all technically exclusive, but an actual unknown or secret character in this particular wave, which is quite exciting. The other element that is also quite interesting to note is the fact that we are going back to 16 minifigures instead of the 20 that we have come to be used to for quite a while now. I mean, like the Disney minifigures had 20 figures, the Lego Batman ones had 20 minifigures, so now we're resetting and going back to the 16 that we are used to. Now, on top of actually discussing the entire wave and the entire lineup of minifigures, I'm also going to go on ahead and talk to you guys about the actual breakdown per box, or like the distribution per box, which will essentially give you an idea of what are the most rare figures, what are the least rare figures, and what kind of figures can you most likely expect to get within a specific lineup. So with that all in mind, let's get rocking rolling. Oh, before I do that, say that and we move on to that, I want you guys to go on ahead and first of all, leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more Blitz News updates in the future. But additionally to that, and more importantly, I want to hear from you guys, what is your most favorite or most highly anticipated figure from this wave? Because it is a really, really strong wave. It has some really terrific minifigures with some lovely, lovely accessories. So with that all in mind, let's get rocking and let's get rolling. First and foremost, I wanted to show you guys the actual bag and the box for the series. Looks wonderful. Really, really, really cool. I love that bright blue, kind of almost like baby blue or like neon blue color that they chose for this series. Looks really, really great, and all the characters are very vibrant and pop out from the packaging. But now let's discuss the actual minifig, shall we? So first of all, we have Sausage Man, I guess is what they titled him. I thought it'd be like Hot Dog Man, because he looks like he's just serving up hot dogs, but either way, that's the name of the character there. Then we have Elf Girl, who looks really cool and ready for a little bit of battle. I wonder if we've gotten that type of head print before, or head type before, with like the elf ears. I'm assuming probably in like Lord of the Rings or something like that. They have released those previously, but I personally have never owned that piece, so I'm really excited to get the elf ears as an actual item. So that looks really, really cool. Then we have the Butterfly Girl, which has some really awesome printing on the wings, like the butterfly wings. It looks sweet. Even her hair piece has like a little bit of printing on it as well. I really love whenever they're kind of applying those types of elements, like when they add, instead of just having a hairpiece and a really nice sculpt for it, they'll actually print something onto that. I think that's an awesome idea that I would love to see utilized more and more often, because then you could start like adding shading into the hairpiece themselves and having even more details than what we already get. So I think that that's an absolutely awesome detail, and I would love to see that continue into the future. Then we've got the Veterinarian, who looks pretty sweet. Again, this is one of those figures that I think is going to be maybe not superly popular, but to me it's kind of cool because look, if you're building a Lego city and you're going to have a veterinarian area, it's pretty awesome to have a really nice minifigure to be available as your vet. So I think that this works. Plus she comes along with a bunny. So hey, that's a win-win. Everybody loves bunnies, right? So then we have the Circus Strongman, which looks like a really funny figure just because of the mustache. It's so huge and ridiculous looking. And then he comes along with a dumbbell that's, I assume, I guess 100 pounds, or maybe it's more than that, but it looks really cool. It has the 100 printed on it. It's a ridiculous figure. You could probably toss it in together with some of your like previous pro wrestler figures and so on and so forth, and it will fit right in to that entire bunch. Then we have the Battle Dwarf, which is one of my personal favorite figures out of this entire bunch. He does have the shorter legs, which is why, of course, they're going for the whole dwarf motif. I also do find it interesting that this wave in particular has so many shorter characters, a little bit more so than usual, so that's quite intriguing, and I wonder if that's done for like cost-cutting reasons or if it's just for the sake of, hey, variety and having even more diversity as far as like different types of characters go. Either way, though, what I will say is that this dwarf character looks awesome. I love the entire figure. All the accessories look really cool. The printing on the chest with like, you know, the kind of fur belt that he has going on looks sweet. The beard and the mohawk work really, really well. And I'm super duper stoked to add this guy to my collection. Then we move right along from that to the dance instructor, who looks like a character straight out of like, you know, one of those like 70s movies or something like that. It looks very, very over the top. I don't think the dance instructors probably dress this way nowadays. But then again, I don't really attend any dance instructing lessons, so what do I know? Maybe I'm absolutely wrong, and maybe that's exactly what they rock even nowadays. Then let's move on to the gourmet chef, who looks super duper cool and very, very neato. Looks like he's, or she is actually, going to be coming along with like some sort of like a pie, maybe like a strawberry pie, it looks like, and a whisk, which I've never ever seen that accessory before. Maybe it's something that has been available in other like sets that I've just never seen personally or never had any interest in. So maybe that's why I'm like kind of overreacting, but this is actually a pretty common accessory. But either way, I would love to hear from you guys. If you've ever seen this specific accessory before, please let me know down in the comments section below. Then let's move right along to the connoisseur, who comes along with a British Bulldog little figurine. Already worth it just for that. That's awesome. I couldn't care less what the minifigure is. Honestly, I would just want to get it for that awesome little dog there. So that is super duper cool for sure. Then we've got Corncob Man, which I assume will probably be the most popular figure of this entire lineup. Just like similarly, we saw like the shark character in the last minifigures wave was really popular. So I'm sure that this character will be highly, highly popular as well. And hey, it's well-deserved. It looks awesome, ridiculous, funny, and fun, which is super duper cool. So I'm really, really, really hopeful that that figure will be quite easy to find. Then we have the Roman Gladiator, which actually looks pretty decent. It looks like almost like a Aquaman kind of character. So I do like that quite a bit. Looks very intimidating with that trident in hand. And you definitely do not want to mess around with that Roman Gladiator. Another figure that I suspect will be quite popular is the Rocket Boy, because again, he does come along with a giant piece that you could put over different characters and, you know, get some really funny results from that. Like, I don't know, put that rocket outfit onto like some sort of superhero character, and boom, you got yourself a hilarious looking custom. So I think that this and probably the Corncob Man are going to be the two most popular figures of the entire bunch, but I could be wrong. I guess time will tell, and we'll see what you guys comment down in the comment section below as far as what your personal favorites will end up being. So then we have the Professional Surfer, who is not a particularly exciting minifigure, but then you realize that his actual board is awesome because it's shaped or painted to look like a shark. So that's fantastic. Of course, many people who have the shark minifigures now or the orca minifigures from the Lego Batman movie want to buy the surfer figure and have the take away the surfboard and give it to those characters. I think that's awesome. Again, that's one of those things where I think is very important for Lego to continue to do. If you have something that is somewhat like generic or something that doesn't feel that exciting, like the Connoisseur, for example, it's like, it's cool, but it's not like, oh my gosh, what an exceptional minifigure. But they brought along a really cool accessory or pack-in with that figure where you get a baguette, and then on top of that, you get a really cool little, I guess not British, actually. It would probably be French Bulldog, wouldn't it? But either way, it's really cool that they include those accessories. And the same applies to the Professional Surfer. Then we have the Retro Spaceman, which is an amazing looking figure. It looks like a straight up, like, you know, from like one of those like cheesy, old school, hey, we're trying to make a superhero movie type things. It looks fantastic. It looks like super duper bad, but in the best way possible, if that makes sense. You know, it's like such a bad design, but it's so bad it's good, if that makes any sense. So I love this design as well. And then we have Yuppie, who I guess will be yupping on his ginormous phone, because that's what he does. Like, Special Agent Yuppie is going to be his name. And then, of course, we do have our secret character, which at this point, if you don't want to be spoiled on it, just so that you know, it's the Highwayman. That's going to be the name of the character, so that you're well aware of who exactly that is. And he looks spectacular, really cool looking as well. So now, before we wrap things up for today's video, let's also quickly run down the actual distribution per box, so that you get in a good idea, like, hey, I'm at the store, they just opened a new box, how likely am I to get, I don't know, character X or character Y, and so on and so forth? Well, the following characters are 5 per box, which means that they are going to be the most common. That means that within one box that gets opened up, within one case, I guess, of the minifigures, you will get 5 of these characters. So you'll get Circus Strongman, Corncob Guy, which is a really pleasant surprise. That means he's hopefully going to be pretty easy to get. And then the mystery figure of the Highwayman, which really surprised me because I thought they would probably short pack this figure. However, they did not. So that's pretty awesome. Now, 4 per box will be the following characters. That will be the Battle Dwarf, the Hot Dog Man, the Retro Spaceman, the Yuppie, the Roman Gladiator, and the Connoisseur. So those will be the 4 per box characters as far as the entire case goes. So again, keep in mind, this doesn't mean like if you show up and some figures are already missing, it might be that all 5 of the Corncob guys have been taken out. So this is just taken into consideration if a brand new box, or a box that has been untouched, let's say, right? You come up to the store counter and you see like, oh, okay, well, there is plenty of figures here. No one has touched this case. This applies to that kind of distribution. If things have been like mixed and match, this obviously would not be applicable. And then we go to 3 per box, which are the Butterfly Girl, the Dance Instructor, the Elf Girl, the Gourmet Chef, the Professional Surfer, Rocket Boy, and the Veterinarian. So that's the entire breakdown of LEGO Minifigures Series 17. Please do not forget to let me know down in the comment section below, what is the one minifigure that you are telling yourself like, oh, I really want that one. That would be a really great addition to my collection. I would love to add that to my LEGO collection. Please let me know down in the comment section below. Of course, like always, do not forget, guys, smack that like button if you guys enjoyed today's Blitz News update. And I will, of course, catch you all here next time. Peace out. I'll see you all later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.